This is the Big Wing Fire Tank, a truly unique vehicle that was designed to extinguish oil well fires. Originally designed by Hungarian engineers, this one-of-a-kind contraption is based on a T-34 tank chassis with two MiG-21 jet engines mounted where the turret would normally be. Those who have heard the T-34 described as a bathtub on tracks will not be surprised to learn that the Big Wind is also nicknamed the water tank. The twin jet engines, which are R25 turbojet engines, are able to rotate and pivot to direct the powerful blast of exhaust gases towards the fire. The engines create a supersonic jet stream that is capable of reaching nearly the speed of sound. Water is injected into the exhaust stream at a rate of 220 gallons per second, which helps to extinguish the fire by cutting off the supply of burning oil. The Big Wind was built in Hungary in 1989 and was designed to be an effective and affordable solution to oil well fires, particularly in emergency situations. Its creators believed that the tank's rugged design and powerful engines made it ideal for this purpose. During the 1991 Gulf War in Kuwait, there were numerous oil well fires that needed to be extinguished. The Big Winds were brought in to help, and they were successful in putting out many of the blazes. The effectiveness of the Big Wind in extinguishing oil well fires was demonstrated during the war. The tank's unique design and powerful engines allowed it to reach areas that were inaccessible to firefighters, and its ability to blast away the burning oil and prevent it from reigniting was crucial in stopping the spread of the fires. In addition to its use in combat, the Big Wind has also been used for training purposes. Its creators have developed a simulator that allows firefighters to practice using the tank in a safe environment. This simulator is designed to help firefighters become familiar with the tank's controls and to practice various firefighting techniques. There have been other versions of the Big Wind that have been built, such as one based on a T-55 tank. However, the exact number of these vehicles built is not known. The Big Wind is a fascinating example of engineering ingenuity, and its use in extinguishing oil well fires has proven to be both effective and versatile. Whether in combat or in training, this unique vehicle has helped firefighters around the world to tackle some of the most challenging blazes imaginable. This is the Big Wing Fire Tank, a truly unique vehicle that you won't find anywhere else. But what exactly is this vehicle, and how does it work? The name may suggest that it's an aircraft, but it's actually a firefighting contraption. It was originally designed by Hungarian engineers in the late 1980s as a way to extinguish oil well fires. It consists of a T-34 tank chassis that has been heavily modified to accommodate two MiG-21 jet engines. These engines, originally known as R25 turbojet engines, are mounted where the tank's turret would normally be. And yes, they do rotate and pivot to direct the flow of water towards the flames. But why use a tank as the base for this machine? Well, tanks are typically equipped with bulldozers, which makes them ideal for pushing burning oil away from the wellhead. The theory behind the Big Wind was that by injecting water into the jet exhaust, it would create a powerful stream that could snuff out the flames. And let me tell you, this thing really packs a punch. It can project water up to 200 meters away with a force equivalent to 630 feet per second. That's faster than most running backs in the NFL. Now, you might be wondering what happens when these high-powered jets are blasting water towards the fire at nearly the speed of sound. Does the water turn into ice or even explode? Well, not quite. The temperature at the nozzle reaches around 400 degrees Celsius, but the water is injected in such a way that it doesn't have time to freeze or explode. Instead, it creates a wall of water that prevents the burning oil from reaching the wellhead. So how much water does this thing use? Well, it's quite a lot. Approximately 220 gallons per second. To give you an idea of just how much that is, it's enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in less than a minute. The Big Wing Fire Tank was first tested in Hungary in 1989, and it proved to be so effective that it was put into production. By 1991, several of these machines were sent to Kuwait to help put out the massive oil well fires that had been raging since the start of the Gulf War. At the time, Kuwait was being bombed by Iraqi forces, and the fires were making it difficult for the Kuwaiti people to go about their daily lives. In fact, the smoke was so thick that flights in and out of the country had to be canceled. The fires were also causing serious damage to the environment, contaminating the air, soil, and water with harmful chemicals. The big wing fire tanks were a welcome sight as they moved in to help extinguish the flames. They were able to quickly douse the fires, allowing the Kuwaiti people to breathe a little easier. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were some challenges that the crews had to overcome. For example, the water used to put out the fires had to be transported to the wells in trucks. This was because the big wind tanks couldn't be filled up with water directly, so whenever the water ran out, they had to be taken back to base to be refilled. This was obviously not ideal, but it was necessary given the circumstances. In total, there were 27 oil wells and 1 gas well that needed to be extinguished. The big wind tanks were able to put out 24 of the wells, with only 3 of them still burning. After the Kuwaiti army took control of the remaining wells, the firefighters were able to return and finish the job. But the big wing fire tank didn't just stop at Kuwait. It was also used in Azerbaijan in 1994 to put out a gas well fire that had been burning for months. The well was located in the middle of a swamp and was surrounded by mud, making it difficult for firefighters to get close enough to extinguish the flames. But the big wind was up to the task. It was able to blast through the mud and water, creating a clear path for the water stream to reach the well. After several hours of work, the big wind was successful in extinguishing the fire. In 2006, another version of the big wind was built in Russia. This version was based on the T-55 tank and was used to fight forest fires in Siberia. It was able to effectively put out large areas of burning forest, but it also faced some challenges due to the terrain. The tank's movement was restricted by the soft ground, making it difficult to reach the fires in some areas. However, the Russian firefighters were able to overcome these challenges and successfully use the big wind to protect homes and lives. And that's not all. A similar version of the big wind was also used in Canada in 2016 to fight wildfires in Fort McMurray. This version was based on the T-72 tank and was equipped with a water cannon instead of a water jet. Despite the different design, it still functions similarly to its Hungarian counterpart, blasting water at high pressure to extinguish the flames. The tank's water cannon could spray water up to 100 meters, making it effective against large, hard-to-reach fires. While the big wing fire tank may not be as flashy as some other firefighting methods, it's just as effective. The Hungarians who created it didn't stop at just one design. They continued to modify and improve it over the years, creating versions that could be used in different terrains and to fight different types of fires. From oil wells to forests to homes, the big wind fire tank has proven itself to be a versatile and valuable tool in the fight against fire. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see it used in even more places. It's certainly a unique and innovative solution to an age-old problem. The concept of the big wing is relatively simple. By forcing high-speed jets of water into oil wells, they can effectively put out fires without putting human firefighters at risk. In fact, the entire operation can be carried out remotely, meaning that no one needs to be anywhere near the well while it's burning. The biggest challenge for this approach is getting the water to the well. As we saw in Kuwait, this often involves transporting water in trucks and filling the big wings up manually. However, there are also more sophisticated methods that can be used. For example, in Russia, the T-55 version of the big wing was connected to a pipeline that supplied it with water directly from a nearby river. This made it much easier to operate the machine for extended periods of time. Another challenge is ensuring that the water stream is strong enough to reach the well and put out the fire. As we saw in Siberia, the soft ground can make it difficult for the tank to maintain its position and direct the water accurately. However, the designers of the big wing have come up with innovative solutions for this as well. For example, the T-72 version used in Canada was equipped with a water cannon that could spray water over long distances. This made it possible for the tank to remain further away from the fire and still effectively put it out. Despite these challenges, the big wing has proven to be an effective and efficient way to put out fires in remote locations where traditional firefighting methods are not feasible. It's a testament to the ingenuity of the engineers who designed it and the bravery of the firefighters who use it. You've probably seen water cannons on boats, but have you ever seen one mounted on a tank? Well, now you have. The water cannon is a large pipe that is mounted on the front of a tank and is used to spray water at a high pressure and volume, similar to a hose but much more powerful. The purpose of the water cannon is to knock down flames, cool hot spots, and prevent fires from spreading. But how does the water cannon work? Well, it's pretty simple really. Water is pumped from a tank's onboard water supply through the water cannon and out of a nozzle at the front of the weapon system. The water is discharged in a wide fan shape, which allows the operator to direct the flow of water at a fire or hotspot. The water is discharged at a very high pressure, which gives it a lot of power and allows it to be used at a safe distance from the fire. This means that firefighters can use the water cannon to battle large and intense fires without having to put themselves in danger. There are many different types of water cannons, but they all basically work the same way. Some water cannons are attached to fixed pipes, while others are mounted on movable turrets, allowing them to be aimed at different angles. Some water cannons are even equipped with foam sprayers, which allow them to apply foam to fires, which can be especially effective at putting out fires that involve flammable liquids. Water cannons are most commonly used in industrial settings, such as oil refineries and chemical plants, as well as in forest fires. They are also sometimes used in urban areas to fight large fires, in buildings or other structures. While water cannons are a relatively new development in firefighting technology, they have already proven to be an invaluable tool for firefighters around the world. Their ability to spray water at a high volume and pressure makes them an effective weapon against even the most intense fires, allowing firefighters to protect lives and property while keeping themselves safe. So the next time you see a tank with a water cannon mounted on it, know that it's not just a bizarre addition, it's a powerful tool that can be used to fight some of the most dangerous fires imaginable. What do you think with a big wind? Is it something that should be used more often? Or are there other methods of fighting fires that you think are better? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.